And here is the Artist's Almanac for February 16th, 2018. It's the birthday of English film and stage director John Schlesinger, born on this day in 1926 in London, England. Schlesinger's career began in acting during the 1950s and consisted of supporting roles in British films and television productions such as BBC's Sunday Night Theatre. He began his directorial career in 1956 with the short documentary Sunday in the Park about London's Hyde Park. In 1958, Schlesinger created a documentary on Benjamin Britten and the Aldeburgh Festival for the BBC's Monitor TV program, which included rehearsals of the children's opera Neues Flügel, featuring a young Michael Crawford. Most people would consider Schlesinger's acclaimed masterpiece Midnight Cowboy of 1969 his seminal work. The film stars Jon Voight, who plays the role of Joe Buck, a young Texan working as a dishwasher who decides to quit his job and head to New York City, hoping to succeed as a prostitute. Dustin Hoffman plays Ratso Rizzo, a street con man with a limp, who takes young Joe under his wing, leading him from one cringeworthy scene to the next. Midnight Cowboy would go on to win 3 Academy Awards for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay, and has the distinction of being the only X-rated film ever to win for Best Picture. If you haven't seen it, check it out, along with another one of my favorites, Marathon Man, which also stars Dustin Hoffman. Neither will put a pep in your step, but they're worth putting in your Netflix queue just the same. Today also marks the birthday of American composer John Corigliano, born in 1938 in New York City. Corigliano was born to a musical family, his father being John Paul Corigliano Sr., who was the concertmaster of the New York Philharmonic for 23 years, and his mother, Rose Buzin, who was an accomplished educator and pianist in her own right. Most of Corigliano's work has been for symphony orchestra. He employs a wide variety of styles, but aims to make his work accessible to a relatively large audience. Corigliano's first and only opera, The Ghost of Versailles, was the Metropolitan Opera's first commission in nearly 3 decades, celebrating the company's 100th anniversary. The opera was a huge success at the premiere and received the International Classic Music Awards Composition of the Year Award in 1992. Corigliano is the winner of 5 Grammy Awards, the Pulitzer Prize, and an Academy Award for Original Music Score for the film The Red Violin. John Corigliano turns 80 years old today. Happy birthday, Maestro. Lastly, today marks the death of renowned street artist Keith Haring. Haring was born on May 4, 1958 in Pennsylvania and raised by his mother Joan Haring and father Alan Haring, who was an engineer and amateur cartoonist. Haring is widely known for his exuberant and spontaneous drawings in New York City subways. At a glance, the pulsating, dancing figures seen in his work seem like images out of a children's picture book. Barking dogs, crawling babies, abstract figures that make up playful scenes that most certainly belied Haring's solemn political activism. In a 1989 Rolling Stone interview, Haring asked, "How do you participate in the world but not lose your integrity?" Haring's solution was to work in underground subway stations in a constant desire to democratize his work. He made murals, and he even opened up the Pop Shop, a store that made his work more accessible. But he also understood the value of his work in the art market, so he sold to the art world's elite. Haring famously organized shows at alternative places such as a basement on St. Mark's Place, Club 57, and a Polish church which he renamed the Mud Club. He also hosted parties with soon-to-be famous friends like Basquiat and Warhol, both of whom heavily influenced his art and methods. During Haring's short career, he completed over 50 murals, including his famous anti-drug mural in Harlem, Crack is Whack, and his animated billboard of the iconic Radiant Baby in Times Square. After being diagnosed with AIDS in 1989, he created the Keith Haring Foundation, which continues to provide grants to children in need and affected by HIV/AIDS. Needless to say, Haring left lasting legacies in both art and philanthropy before his death in 1990 at the age of 31. Thanks for listening. Be kind, do good work, and until next time.